Coronation Street's Carla Connor plans to propose to Lisa Swain next week. In romantic scenes, the underworld boss ropes Glenda Shuttleworth and Ryan Connor into a big romantic gesture to woo her other half. It's the moment that Swarla fans everywhere have been waiting for, our Corey Spy shares. Carla tells Ryan that she's going to propose to Lisa, and her nephew couldn't be more buzzing for them. Now that they're all settled in at number 6 with Betsy, it finally feels that the time is right. There's been so much tragedy on the street lately, and after Lisa expressed her interest in marriage, Carla knows there's no more waiting around. As Carla anxiously waits by the door for the postie, she explains to Ryan that she's waiting for Lisa's engagement ring to be delivered, leaving suspicious Lisa to wonder what they're whispering about. Once the ring arrives, excited Carla can hardly wait to ask Lisa to marry her, so she heads straight to the Rovers and discreetly asks bar manager Glenda to slip the ring into Lisa's glass of champagne for her arrival. This might be the sweetest side of Carla we've ever seen, our insider continues. She calls Lisa at work and insists that they immediately meet at the Rovers for a drink, putting her plan in motion. But will Lisa turn up to the proposal, or could police duties keep her from true love? Earlier in the week, the loved-up couple let their creative sides loose during date night when they attend a life drawing class together. However, their bonding evening is soon put to a stop when Betsy calls with a drama at the factory. Betsy has been working on some vest tops at Underworld, but she ends up printing the wrong logo on them, our source explains. She worries about strict Carla's reaction, given their past clashes at the factory. Carla can't replace Becky, and unbeknownst to her, Lisa is in the process of having a special ring made for Betsy's 18th birthday with Becky's fingerprints on it. This factory mistake could ruin the teen's bond with Carla and make her miss her late mum more than ever. But as Carla gears up for her big proposal, will her grand gesture pay off? And will Lisa agree to spend the rest of their lives together? Coronation Street exclusive. Carla Connor's bold proposal plan could change everything, but will Lisa say yes? Love, loss, and fresh beginnings are colliding on the cobbles next week, as Carla Connor decides it's time to stop waiting and start building a future, by proposing to the woman who's changed everything, Lisa Swain. In what promises to be one of the most romantic, and nerve-wracking, storylines Coronation Street has seen in months, Carla begins preparations for a heartfelt and perfectly imperfect proposal to Lisa. But with secrets, surprises, and potential setbacks looming, will this proposal bring their blended family closer together, or drive an emotional wedge through it all? Love amid chaos. Carla's moment of clarity. Carla Connor has never been one to show her emotions too easily. The steely underworld boss built her empire on grit, tenacity, and an impenetrable exterior. But those closest to her, especially Lisa Swain, have seen glimpses of the warmth, vulnerability, and quiet affection that lies beneath her sharp suits and no-nonsense attitude. After months of heartache, factory tension, and the challenge of forming a new family unit with Lisa and teen Betsy, Carla finally feels something she hasn't felt in a long time, peace. Or at least the start of it. According to a Corey insider, Carla tells Ryan that she's going to propose to Lisa, and her nephew couldn't be more buzzing for them. Now that they're settled in at number 6 with Betsy, it just feels like the right time. Lisa, who hinted a few weeks ago that she'd be open to marriage someday, has no idea how seriously Carla took those words. But Carla, never one to do things by halves, is about to prove that when she commits all the way. The ring, the plan, and the nerves. The proposal plan begins with a ring, carefully selected, custom-made, and deeply symbolic. Carla has been working in secret, timing the delivery down to the hour. On the morning of the big day, she anxiously paces by the front door, glancing out the window every few minutes, waiting for the postie. Ryan Connor, ever loyal and always game for a bit of scheming, is in on the surprise. Their whispered conversations at the breakfast table have already sparked Lisa's suspicions, though she assumes Carla's plotting something work-related or dramatic, not something as tender as a proposal. As Carla unwraps the parcel and sees the ring glimmering inside its velvet box, the reality of the moment sinks in. She's not just making a romantic gesture, she's promising a lifetime. The proposal setup, Glenda, champagne, and the Rovers. Unable to contain her excitement, Carla decides she can't wait a minute longer. She heads to the Rovers, ring in pocket, and pulls Glenda Shuttleworth aside. "Can you do me a massive favor?" Carla asks, her usual cool demeanor cracking slightly with anticipation. "I need you to slip this into Lisa's glass of champagne, discreetly." Glenda beams, thrilled to be part of something joyful for once. "Is this the Carla Connor I know? Getting all gooey on us? You've got yourself a deal." As she waits, Carla calls Lisa at work with a casual invite. Meet me at the Rovers, love. Just a quick drink, promise. But there's one problem Carla didn't account for: Lisa's job. As a dedicated officer on the Weatherfield police force, Lisa's schedule is unpredictable. Carla doesn't know whether Lisa will turn up, let alone if she'll be in the right mindset for a proposal. The suspense begins to eat at her. A date night interrupted. A glimpse of normal life. Earlier in the week, before proposal plans took shape, Carla and Lisa had carved out a rare evening together. They signed up for a local life drawing class, a far cry from factory orders and police paperwork. It was the kind of date that reminded them of how good they are together. They laughed. They competed to see who could draw the worst sketch. They joked about modeling for the next session. But just as things began to feel easy, reality called. Betsy rang, panic in her voice. "I've messed up at the factory," she blurted out. "It's bad. I printed the wrong logo on the new vest tops." Carla's expression changed instantly. "How bad?" she asked, standing up. Bad. Factory trouble and lingering ghosts." Betsy, desperate to prove herself at Underworld, had thrown herself into helping with the vest top production. But a simple design error, using an outdated logo, turned into a costly mistake. Carla, known for her high standards and fierce management style, isn't likely to be pleased. But it's more complicated than a logo. What Betsy doesn't know is that Lisa has been quietly working on something of her own, a birthday gift for Betsy's upcoming 18th. A special ring embedded with the fingerprint of her late mum, Becky. Carla, though loving in her own guarded way, can't fill that void. And Lisa knows this factory mishap could make Betsy miss Becky even more. The teen's relationship with Carla has always been fragile, marked by tension, miscommunication, and subtle rivalries. This blunder could reopen old wounds. Lisa's dilemma. Torn between duty and love. Back in the present, Lisa receives Carla's call and considers skipping the drink altogether. Her day has been a whirlwind of shift changes, paperwork, and neighborhood drama. But something in Carla's voice feels different, urgent, even nervous. Lisa, though tired, makes the choice to go. Maybe it's just Carla needing to vent. Maybe it's something else. As she walks into the Rovers, she doesn't notice Glenda's knowing smile or the subtle nod between her and Carla. Carla stands, smiles, and gestures to the bar. "Thought we'd toast to surviving the week," she says casually, though her hands tremble slightly beneath the table. Glenda pours 2 glasses of bubbly, and subtly slips the ring into Lisa's. "It's showtime. Will she say yes?" Lisa lifts her glass, eyes catching the sparkle at the bottom. She squints, confused. "What on earth?" Carla leans in, heart racing. "It's a ring, Lisa. I was hoping you'd find it and, well." Lisa looks up, stunned. "You're proposing?" "I am," Carla says simply. "It's not a perfect life. But you make me want to try. And I don't want to waste another second not building something with you." There's a beat of silence. Then another. The pub seems to pause. Glenda holds her breath. Ryan watches from across the room, fists clenched with anticipation. Lisa smiles, slowly, warmly. "You're mad," she says softly. "But yes. 1,000 times yes." After the proposal. A family still healing. The newly engaged couple are overjoyed, but life on the cobbles is never without complication. Betsy's mistake at the factory hasn't been fully addressed. Carla, while thrilled with Lisa's acceptance, now faces a professional dilemma: how to discipline Betsy without damaging the trust she's just started building. Meanwhile, the ring Lisa is having made in memory of Becky is nearly ready. The 18th birthday is approaching, and emotions are running high. How will Betsy react to the symbolic gesture? Will she embrace Carla as part of her new family, or push back against a woman who, in her eyes, will never truly replace her mom? Swirling emotions. Carla's private struggles. Even in celebration, Carla's inner turmoil simmers. She's haunted by past losses, Aiden, Johnny, and the years lost to grief and addiction. Building something new with Lisa feels like redemption, but also a risk. Is she strong enough to be a partner again? A stepmom? A stable force? "I don't want to mess this up," Carla admits to Ryan during a quiet moment after the proposal. "Lisa deserves better than a half-healed version of me." But Ryan, ever the optimist, replies, "She said yes, didn't she? That means she's ready to bet on you, flaws and all." Looking ahead. A new chapter for Carla and Lisa. As wedding plans begin, and likely several dramatic obstacles pop up, fans can expect plenty of joyful moments and challenges. From hen night antics to guest list disasters, Corey is gearing up for a modern love story that blends maturity, second chances, and blended family chaos. There are also whispers that Lisa's ex-husband may return to stir things up. And Betsy's bond with Carla could be tested further by factory drama or emotional milestones. But at the heart of it all, two women who've seen darkness and still choose each other. The street reacts, joy, gossip, and just a little jealousy. As news spreads of Carla's romantic gesture, the locals can't help but gossip. Did you see that ring? Blimey, it must have cost a fortune, remarks Mary. Took her long enough. Norris would have said, were he still around. About time someone proposed with a bit of flair, chuckles Glenda. The community rallies around them. Well, most of it. Not everyone will be thrilled. And someone might try to sabotage the joy before the big day arrives. Conclusion. Love on the cobbles. For Carla Connor, this proposal isn't just a romantic moment, it's a statement of intent. A woman known for surviving heartbreak, rebuilding empires, and walking through fire is now choosing love again, boldly, bravely, and beautifully. And for Lisa Swain, it's a moment of validation. She's not just the grounded cop or the grieving mum. She's someone worth fighting for, someone worthy of a grand gesture. Their journey is far from over. But for now, they have each other, and a sparkling ring that says it all. Don't miss these beautiful, emotional, and dramatic scenes next week on Coronation Street. Will the engagement be the first step toward happily ever after, or will the past come knocking?